Hi guys, this is your reading for Thursday, the 26th of October. Thanks for joining me today. I'm using the Truth Seekers Tarot, which I think is really appropriate in terms of what we're doing here, trying to get the truth of where we're supposed to go on our journey, what we're supposed to do, how to progress in the right way. So I'm going to choose 3 cards here to give you an insight into today, what you'll be working with, and what the energy is all about. So you can use that to your advantage. So let's do that. Oh, and she's pretty. I like her. She's pretty too, and so is she. We've got a very pretty day. Okay, we have the Empress, which is a major arcana card. Then we have the Princess of Cups, which is so beautiful, riding on her little dolphin there. And then we have the Queen of Swords, looking also really good, because the Queen of Swords can sometimes be made out to be this cold, evil queen, you know, who's the mean, bitter one. But she's important. She makes good, pure decisions. We need Queen of Swords in our lives. First of all, we've got the Empress. The Empress is the 3rd card of the major arcana, and she's the archetypal mother figure. She represents new beginnings. She represents the ability to give life, to give birth to something or someone. She's able to really, she's a life giver. She's the source and center of really everything. She's loving, she's nurturing, she's kind. But she's also very, very powerful. She is abundant, as you can see. She's got these beautiful clothes on because of the wonderful things that she's contributed to the world, the things that she's put out there. She has really been rewarded. And someone has decided that she is so wonderful, and her ideas, her unique ideas of making things happen in her life and creating wonderful things and making things pure and beautiful and adding gorgeous things to the world, entitles her to be protected. So she's got this golden shield there. So someone has said this is an absolutely invaluable resource that we've got, this woman, which is you, and we're going to protect her. And not only are we going to protect her, she does so much good. We're going to give her a scepter and a crown and make her the Empress, because we believe in her goodness. We believe in the decisions that she's going to make for the people. She's going to usher in a time of prosperity and joy and abundance and wealth and prosperity and peace and good times and love. And that's you today. You've got the opportunity to really create the life that you want to create. And the things that are going to help the Empress are, first of all, your own inner child is completely with you today. The Princess of Cups is your own inner child. She's innocent. She rides dolphins. She's got these beautiful cups in her hair. She's having a wonderful time. Everything is innocent and pure and vulnerable. That she has absolutely no shields up. She's completely trusting. And it's a good thing she lives under the sea, because we all know, people who have lived on planet Earth, that if you go around like that, sooner or later someone's going to take advantage of you, or someone's going to say, there's someone I can do something with, because they won't see it coming, because they're so involved in the goodness and purity of everyone else. She actually looks like a younger version of the Empress. So goodness and innocence and purity is the starting point that you need to become the Empress. But what can often happen is that through lack of boundaries, through bad decisions, through negative things that happen in life, that the Princess of Cups can become very disillusioned and depressed and become very bitter. And she can become jaded and say, well, my love was not appreciated and valued, so I'm going to give up on my dreams and I'm going to go back under the sea. I'm going to stop riding dolphins and I'm just going to sit here and give up. But what I'm getting here is that your emotional understanding of yourself is so aligned with who you truly are that you realize, I'll get to the Queen of Swords in a moment, who's helping, but what you realize in itself is that you are really a gem. we've got 7 billion people on the planet, and a lot of those are not particularly self-reflective. A lot of those people propel themselves through life to get things, to get material possessions and to make the most of their time here on Earth, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there aren't as many people who look at the bigger picture and say, why am I here? I suppose we all ask ourselves that at some point in our lives, but some people keep asking it. And the people who keep asking it, they reflect and they try and make things better for themselves and for others. And they try and see that we're all connected as a human family, and that whether we're Muslims or whether we live in Iran or whether we live in New York or Glastonbury, England, we're all the same thing. And we all have this inner child who really wants to be loved and who wants to be safe and who wants to be seen for who he or she truly is, and who wants to have a loving and positive good time. And the good thing is that this Princess of Cups has grown up and has said, I am going to do that. I'm going to get what I want. And I can keep my heart open. I can be pure and beautiful. But all I need to do is add good things to the world and make good decisions when it comes to other people, people who are going to support and protect me, people who are going to open the doors for me so that I can express my visions, because no one can do it all by themselves. We need support. And the best support to ask for, first of all, is going to be from your guides, your angels and your ancestors, from the universe, from God, from one of the ascended masters, whoever you feel connected with. Ask for help and say, today, I really want this to be the first day of the rest of my life, in the sense that I am happy and protected and I have power in my life. I get to make the decisions I want and I feel fulfilled in what I'm doing. And the wonderful asset that you're being given on this day, which really makes this one of the best days of the year, really, for men and women alike, for all of us who have a dream of what our life could be and who haven't given up on that dream. The Queen of Swords is going to help you make those good decisions, and she's going to help you avoid the predators of the world. So for instance, she wants to have this glorious life and add beauty to the world by being an actress and by creating wonderful films which change our feelings and help us see things in a different way. But she's got the Queen of Swords within her. So when she goes for jobs, and this is very kind of timely with what's been in the news, she avoids the people who may be predatory and may do her harm, and she intuitively knows, intuitively, which path is going to work and which isn't. So the Empress isn't bitter because she hasn't had all these negative experiences. She's relied on her Queen of Swords inside of her, who makes great decisions and sometimes who makes hard decisions, and say, this person is not going to be good for me. Instead of humoring her, I'm going to get rid of her out of my life altogether, once and for all, and cut her off. And because she's able to do that, she has maintained the boundaries, she's maintained her purity and stayed really good inside of her, and is able to produce more good. So this is a person who has everything that they can possibly need to create the kind of life that they want to create. And in a beautiful, non-confrontational, non-destructive, loving, almost naive way. She's certainly naive. She is not naive. But the combination is brilliant. If you take these two and you combine them, they become the Empress. An inner child that's alive and well, perfectly synchronized with a ruler with real power, who helps and supports and starts things from a place of strength and goodness. You can't ask for more than that. And that's you today. So listen to your inner guidance. Make sure that you allow yourself to make decisions. Oh, and I just want to tell you a little anecdote. Because I mentioned the whole predatory film industry stuff, there was one of my heroines was always Carrie Fisher, because I read all her books and she dealt with she was bipolar and she had drug issues, and she dealt with that and she turned it into something that was inspirational and funny for other people. Other people could relate. I heard a guy talk about bipolar disorder on the news and I was like, oh, well, I feel bad for you, but snooze fest. And she was able to uh, do it in such a way that was entertaining and encouraging. And I read this story recently that one of her friends, Heather, she was an actress starting out, and she also went to this producer's house, and she was told that if she wanted the role, she would have to perform certain acts. And Heather declined. She ran away, and she said, "I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that for any kind of job." And she went to her friend Carrie Fisher and told her the story. So what Carrie did is she went to one of the delis in West Hollywood, and she bought a cow's tongue. And she put it in a blue Tiffany box, and she had it delivered to this man's house with a note attached that said, this box is for you because I heard of what you did to my darling Heather, and next time you try anything like that, you're going to receive a smaller box with one of your parts in it. And I just thought that is so risky to do something like that, but it's so brave and important, and it's such a nice visual kind of representation of, you have been warned. I am a good person. I care about people, but I'm not going to take whatever you hand out. I'm not a doormat. I'm the Queen of Swords. I'm the Empress, and I am going to protect my inner princess at any cost. And I'm going to do that with humor and grace. And I'm not going to waste any more time on people like you. And I'm going to build a wonderful life surrounded by good people. And I'm going to put, there would have been other ways to put that man in his place. They could have gone to, they could have spent years in litigation. They could have sent him hate mail. They could have rallied, da da da. But that one gesture stopped that guy. And it was beautifully executed, and it was done through being in touch with feelings, a great intellect, and managing all that in a wonderful way, so that you're the person in charge today and beyond. So the things that you commit to and decide that are worth your time and that are valuable, you are the Empress, you're in charge, you make a go of it, and this day is really one of the best days of the year for you to realize and actualize your actual self, the person you want to be, the person you want to become. 3 and 1 is 5, because these are court cards, they count as 1. 5 is about freedom. So you can free yourself today of any circumstance in your life, an unhappy marriage, a sense of naivety, a sense of powerlessness. You can end all of that today. You can cut those things out of your life, and you can reclaim them and become them and live your life on those terms, regardless of what's going on around you. You're responsible for you, and that is what you really truly feel. No one else and what they do and what they say has any impact on you. You're beyond all of that. You're an empress, you're a ruler, you're a king, you're a queen. Power, power, power. Okay? And freedom through your own power. And I can't really say much more than that. It's the best reading ever. Best reading, best day that you can ever possibly have. No one can touch you. You become yourself, and that's all we can ask for, really. Have a great day. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. I do tarot readings and astrology and numerology in all my readings. The astrology chart in particular shows me a blueprint of your soul. I can look at work-wise what's best for you in terms of what your life purpose is. We can look at what's coming up for you in the future in terms of your power in life, how much money you make, how much you love, what the future of your relationship is all about, how your boundaries are and what you kind of need to get rid of before you can make progress. All of those kind of things we can look at in a private reading. If you're interested, then please get in touch via the website. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's absolutely free of charge, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.